Hi, this is Jason with Five Comics Collectibles coming at you with another toy review. This time we're taking a look at the Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, Gallia figure from the Episode 1 toy line from 1999. So the first thing you're going to do is take a closer look at the packaging. Alright, so taking a look at the packaging. Pretty standard Episode 1 packaging. I love the black and red. I mean, obviously it's got Darth Maul in the upper left-hand corner, so he's like, his face is front and center. It's the way they marketed this, all the toy lines for Episode 1. And nice little bubble package showing the Gallia figure. The one thing to notice with this figure, she comes with a red lightsaber. I think because they only had a couple Jedi in this movie, I don't know if they knew where they were going to go with the lightsabers yet. So some of the figures, like Mace Windu, had a blue one, because a lot of the decisions weren't finalized yet, obviously, in that prequel trilogy. But also shows a little Comtech chip. These figures all came with the Comtech chip, that if you had the reader, you could actually have them talk. It almost sounds like a speak and spell. But the chip could also double as a little stand. So we flip it over to the back. Just kind of gives you a little synopsis of Episode 1, some of the lines that the Comtech chip would say for this character, as well as a little ad, because they really tried to push to buy that Comtech reader, and some other of the characters in the Episode 1 toy line on the back, which I really like. So, pretty standard. Really like the black and red packaging, but let's get this all opened up. So take a look at this figure. So obviously from the packaging, you know she has a red lightsaber. I really love the way they did the detailing in this. I mean, it's got little gold hints in it. I mean, they definitely didn't cheap out on the paint when it comes to this figure. So, but I mean, as far as the figure looks, it looks great. I guess I didn't realize it until I actually got it opened up that the cloak was actually something that wasn't, you know, permanent. And I like that because, you know, there are a couple figures in the Episode 1 toy line for Obi-Wan Kenobi and Qui-Gon Jinn that the cloaks were actually molded in, and this you can actually take off. But I mean, as far as the cloak is done, it's molded very well. There's lots of little like tooling marks in there to make it look like cloth, so I really like that and the way it's done. But probably my favorite thing is, with this cloak, the way that the armhole is done, this is actually a slot that the arm slides through, and I think that's a really cool touch. You can actually see when you actually take this figure out of the cloak, you have to actually pull her arm out. There's like a little slot, and I really like that they did that, and you can kind of see right there. So it's not just something that slides over like some of the other cloaks we got before. But I mean, as far as the rest of the figure, I mean, obviously, I really like her really bright blue eyes. She has really, really bright blue eyes. I really like, you know, her Jedi tunic. I thought they did a really good job with this one. Now with articulation, so she can turn at the head, her arms can move up and down, but she also has this little extra point of articulation right here that she can move side to side on her. She also does turn at the waist, and her legs move forward and back, which is kind of nice for this figure. And with every figure in the Episode 1 toy line, they come with the Comtech chip, which can be used as a stand, which has a little peg right here you could peg into her foot to use as a stand, as well as it's got electronics in there, and if you have the Comtech reader, you can actually make the chip or the figure talk. So we're going to turn this guy on.
There is more to this conflict than meets the eye. The Sith should not be ignored. The power of the dark side is growing, I fear. There is more to this conflict than meets the eye.
So she's only got 3 sayings, and you can also hear what I was saying before. It's like a speak and spell. I mean, they were trying to give her an accent as well, so I mean, it just sounds really, really funny, but a nice gimmick, I guess. I mean, like I said, most people didn't buy this reader, so they just used it as a stand. And finally, for a size comparison, here she is next to Mace Windu, both from the Episode 1 toy line. This is Mace with his cloak off, but like I was saying before, how Mace Windu's cloak is just this one big clip that kind of wraps around the character. I like that they did the extra little thing with the little arm here. I really enjoy that. I think that would work out really well for Mace Windu, so that way you wouldn't have to have his cloak kind of around his arm. You know, his arm can actually be sticking through while holding his lightsaber. So, just little things that they did. It's nice that they made each figure a little bit different, but I would have liked that they would have kind of maybe did that with the cloak as well. So it would be kind of something, special for each character. But really love this figure. Like I said, it's unique that she's got that red lightsaber because, red, when you think red, you think Sith. So I don't know what they were thinking, if it was a decision that wasn't made yet, or maybe if, the toy company did this. But really great figure in the Episode 1 toy line. And once again, this has been Jason with Filer Comics Collectibles. If you have questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and I'll see you guys next time.